Hello, bass family, and welcome to Everything Bass. Hey, we're moving on in the tapping series right now. We're doing tapping pattern 10. And this is an interesting one. If you indulge me, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a background to how I came up with this pattern because it's I think, a wholly unique pattern. Um, I go through waves where I really explore different music styles and different world music, and I got into a vein of listening to Celtic acoustic groups. And I say groups because sometimes it would just be two musicians, sometimes it'd be a huge group of musicians, sometimes the musicians backing up some Celtic dancers. And there were some rhythms and things that I really was addicted to, and I couldn't find a way traditionally to pull it off. So using kind of that inspiration and thankfully a DVR where I could just pause and rewind the video and pause and stuff, I came up with today's pattern. I think right now is a good time for me to say that if you're a patreon.com backstage pass subscriber, you might want to go there right now, look for tapping pattern 10. I upload the chart the same time that I upload the video. So if you go there, find that post, open it up, and download the printed music. It's rented in standard notation, but more importantly, it's in tab. And you'll rarely find an instructor say more importantly tab, because I know a lot of my fellow brothers and sisters that teach, they have sometimes a negative feeling about tab. But with something like tapping, it can really help you see like the exact frets I need to use to make the actual pattern work. So I use it. I think it's a tool, especially in this format where you're not sitting with me and I can go over it and over it. All right. So we're going to start with our right, or I shouldn't say right hand, because mad props to our lefty bass players. But with normally our plucking hand, I'm going to go to the 17th fret and play that note. And then I'm going to pull that off to the 12th fret. So I'm going C, G. All right, that's the first two actions. Really simple, almost everyone can do it. Oh, I should say, because of the style of this tapping, if you have a fret wrap, push it off, because we need kind of a drone open string to go, and you'll see that in a second. So 17, 12, and with, I like using my ring finger, you go 14th fret. So you get that little triplet going. As with everything I teach, start just with that. Don't kind of get excited and want to get to the end. Just get that triplet so every note's clear. Try to get every note the same volume, I should say. Okay, now the next action, so that's the first three notes of the pattern. The next action, we're going to go 15th fret with the tap with your plucking hand to the F, and you're going to go pull it off to an open D. So it's an F to an open D. And you end that triplet with a 14th fret. So you notice this finger's coming keeping time. So it's like, well, they're all keeping time, but so slowly this sounds like this. Okay? And for a while, just repeat that, and you'll kind of get that, I hope you'll get that Celtic feel that I was getting. Now, this tapping pattern was an amalgamation of a bunch of musicians. There was a guy playing a drum with a hand drum. There was a mandolin player, acoustic guitar player, and the overall groove was something like this, but there was that big droning D that I really liked. Now, the variation that I heard them do, so they'd start with the 17, then go, let's see, then 17, 19. So the second measure is that pattern. So we go. It's a cool kind of kinetic style energy groove that has like no rests and evenly spaced notes of the same value. And so sometimes you get caught up to it and you get a nice groove, a roll going, you don't want to stop, and that's what happened there. I just liked it. It was different. And it once again highlights that, at least for me, now someone could post a video of them using traditional fretting and plucking techniques and getting the same vibe, but for me, this was the spirit I wanted. I wanted that kind of rolling feel of that Celtic song on a tapping pattern, and this is what I came up with. So throw it out there and see what you guys think. It's cool to also experiment. Like I'm showing you one variation, but you can move the left hand, set up a different harmony, and tap through that. Keep the left hand where it's going, move the right hand up higher. You know, like we did the 17, 19, the C to the D. You can kind of keep going up higher, see what it is. Once you get that roll going, it's actually very easy to kind of just substitute alternate notes. But yeah, tapping pattern 10, something a little different. Hopefully something that's brand new to you. Even if you're an experienced tapper, maybe you haven't thought this way, because that's where I was. It wasn't until I really thought, man, I love this style of this music, and I sat with my bass, tried all these different methods, and finally found that tapping did it. Then all of a sudden I was like, wow, that's something new, and I started changing it, and then I got out of the Celtic vibe, but using an open drone string kind of like was part of my vocabulary, and I think it expanded my musicianship quite a bit. All right, we're going to go a little different with today's on Crydom. And again, I just find myself replying to comments and suggesting this website called guitarinstructor.com. So, you know, the name might turn some people off because they might think, oh, it's for just guitar instructors, it's not for me. And that's not the case. It's a massive library of sheet musics for different songs in all kind of different genres. There's also some of these video lessons you can see if you want to learn a song. They're usually either learning songs or learning licks. It is heavily skewed to guitar, but there are a lot of bass things on there. And so what I like about it is if I don't have time to do a transcription of a song, but I want to kind of take a section and learn it for a very low fee, you can either pay, I think it's around $2.99 to download the chart. And you can download it and then print off a copy and whatever, or just view it on your device. But so far, I think the transcriptions have been really, really accurate. I haven't found any mistakes that I am aware of in any of the transcriptions. So I think they are very good at that. Now, the one thing I would suggest, if this is something you're like, great, I would love to have more, sheet music to sight read on, whatever. They have a $9.99 G Pass, and if you pay that, it's basically like a monthly subscription to Hulu or Spotify, and you can basically download as much sheet music as you want, and it actually saves in your digital library. You can pull it up, view it on your computer or device, or if you want, you can print it out so you can put it on your music stand. But it's really great. Now, here's a couple things. If you're working on your sight reading, commonly asked is that someone says, hey, I'm working on my sight reading, I want to be the best sight reader, but I'm running out of new things to read. Because really, sight reading is kind of based on the first time you see it, your ability to see something for the first time, not have any background, and read it. And to practice that, you have to practice reading new things every day. And that can get overwhelming. You can run out of resources. So this is perfect because you could download the thing. However, all the charts have standard notation and tab below it. And if you don't have the discipline just to look at the standard notation, I would invest in a whole bunch of masking tape and just mask it off so you won't be tempted to look down at the tab at all. But then you have stuff, you can't say unlimited, but there's a lot of bass sheet music up on that site. So I use it. It's kind of fun, honestly. I have multiple jobs. I do multiple jobs. So I used to actively spend hours transcribing. I just don't have the time in the day. So when a student asks me about a certain thing, I'll just download the chart if it's available, and I can then actually analyze it, show them like what notes the guy used to make this bass line against what chord. It's a very handy device for us. Okay, tapping pattern 10, a little Celtic surprise for you, and then guitarinstructor.com. Check it out, see what you think. Let me know what you think. I wish I could say that I could give you a promo code from Everything Bass that'd get you a discount, but we're not there yet. I guess we're not big enough to be recognized. But you're helping, man. The channel is growing so fast. I'm so excited. So thank you so much. So like this video if you found it helpful. If it's something you want to see more of, I look at the likes and say, okay, well, great. There's a lot of people like this, so I'll keep going in this direction. Also, if you can hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon, that'll let you know every time I upload future videos. And what's great about that too is then YouTube actually sees this and it gives me more opportunities. So it really means a lot to me. So like, share, subscribe, all that beautiful things. Let's grow the channel. Oh, and join us over at our Facebook group. Facebook, if you search Everything Bass with Dale Titus, you'll be brought to our page. Just hit follow. announce yourself, say, guys, I'm here and I'm from such and such and I play bass and here's the bands I'm in and stuff. You know, it's really great because it's been such a welcoming group. We're over 500 members. Everyone's super positive energy, a lot of really funny guys. If you just need to escape craziness in the world, hang out in our Facebook group. It's super active. I love it. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me. I hope to see you in future videos. Let me know what you think in the comments below and have fun practicing. All right.